Mason.
Robert Lyle.
Lyle. Brian. Brian.
All right, so we don't have a ton of information.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
As we entered the glade
Yes, sir.
of cedar trees,
Yeah.
I was killed. I was only 27 years old, but I don't look 27, do I?
Nope.
But yeah, Private Bryant was killed at about the middle of the glade, hit by a cannonball fragment.
He is in most of the
Wow.
major battles that the Orphan Brigade
He was gone pretty quick.
Yep, sir.
Murfreesboro, Tullahoma campaign, and so on. until
Thank
we were
you.
here.
You're welcome, buddy.
Now he is captured here after he's wounded, and so there's not a lot of information on the past of that. I'm not sure which camp he went to. Probably Camp Chase, Ohio. That's where a lot of these guys wound up. But he ends up. You know, someone asked me this earlier about where did they keep the prisoners. Well, if you're a Confederate that gets captured here, you get hauled along on the retreat back to Chattanooga. So, you know, not only does the guy get wounded and captured, then he's got to hoof it all the way to Chattanooga, where he's going to be held in downtown Chattanooga, near where the aquarium is now, is where the POW enclosures were, and then put on a train and, of course, sent north. I wish we knew what happened to him afterwards, but it just doesn't seem, it's kind of a dead-end trail. Not that show, you know, where he is, and it's supposition that he goes to Chase. Probably, if you know, we might be able to do enough digging around in the Kentucky State Archives to try to find something on him. But
We assume he probably died in the prison camp.
he very well could have. I mean, the death rate in prison camps is pretty heavy. No, well, I don't think any of them were, but that one was particularly bad. No. No. So that's about all I've got on Lyle, but if y'all got something more in general, I can probably throw that out.
Yeah.
If they were designated 15, why do they call them 19?
Well, okay, I'll use an example from the unit that we reenact, primarily 37th Tennessee. After Murfreesboro, the 37th is listed as the 15th/37th Tennessee, and it's because the 15th and the 37th both took such heavy casualties that they were just combined. And by the end of the war, if you look at some of the Confederate surrenders, they will have like 20 regiments listed under one battalion, because they did not replace soldiers the way that we would today. You know, the unit is recruited, let's say 1,000 men go to war. Well, those 1,000 men are all you get. So as you lose troops, your unit just gets smaller and you get consolidated. And one of the reasons for that is, obviously they didn't have a replacement training system set up like we do now, but also politically, just sending replacements to the old unit, well, that doesn't help this guy who wants to command the unit himself. So, you know, he's going to raise a whole new unit.
You know, sometimes, you know, they would spread the new guys out and bomb. You didn't have a unit that had some veterans and the rest of them newbies.
Yeah, you had to try to partner them up somewhat. The unit, now the 37th, our unit was fortunate in that we were formed in Hamilton County. We're formed in Chattanooga. So during the fighing at Chattanooga, they were able to recruit into their unit.
Your card back to Caleb here, but y'all take another minute or so.
How many men would have been in this?
Hey, thank you.
Caleb.
That's a great start.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Go back over to the playground.
Any other cards?
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right. There we go. So, again, I started off the program by giving you guys all these big numbers. 65,000 Confederate, 60,000 Union soldiers. You go through the video and you see all that kind of stuff. But a lot of times when we do that, we lose sight of an important idea, and that's big numbers are names. They're stories. They're people who had a life before they marched onto this field. They're people who had lives after they marched off this field. Some of them, of course, didn't march off this field. So what we hoped you would experience today was, if nothing else, just put a name with somebody who experienced this battlefield out here that you're exploring today. Now, by the time the smoke cleared here at the Battle of Chickamauga, there's 35,000 men are killed, captured, wounded, or missing. So to kind of give you all a little bit of a visual on that, what I'd like to do this time, if you had a card from a guy, and I'm gonna get out of the way here, if you had a card from a soldier who was killed here, if you'll step forward for me, please. All right, I know some of you guys interacted with all of these folks, so kind of for the sake of everybody, let's kind of start here on the left here, and if you'll just kind of say the name of the soldier whose card you had.
Lieutenant Colonel James Hewitt.
Private Jim Hunter.
Private Bryant. Private Clay. General Benjamin Hardin Hill.
Captain H.K. Daniel.
So that's just a few names out of thousands and thousands of them. Now, often when you come to Civil War battlefields, you have to read. Often we go to Civil War battlefields and we see the reenactors are out, we're going to shoot the muskets off and show you what a volley looked like and all that kind of stuff. We are going to fire off the muskets at this time. But this time, instead of thinking about, oh, well, what does a volley look like, they're going to kind of aim off that direction and fire out across this battlefield as sort of a salute in memory, if you will, of those names that you just heard read. It's just a small sampling of those men who fought and died here. Again, for anybody that might just be walking up, when you see them aim, that's your cue. If you need to cover your ears or anything like that.
Blue.
Warning, this may be loud for some viewers, so probably turn down your volume at this time.
Company.
What they're going to do real quick is they're going to fire off percussion caps again. This is just a safety procedure we do after they fire, just to make sure that everybody's weapons were clear and everybody's weapon went off. If somebody had misfire in a big group like that, they wouldn't always know it. So you shouldn't hear anything but a few little taps, but just be prepared. You may hear a couple of scattered shots going off.
Repeat, this may be loud. Some viewers may want to turn down their volume now.
Fire. Prime.
And that's why we clear weapons. Historically, a soldier would always know when his weapon went off. You feel that kick, but when they're shooting blanks, you don't always know. You have to kind of go off the visual. So while they're kind of finishing clearing weapons and getting in position, our story today here with the Orphan Brigade is that geography didn't define which side they fought for, but it absolutely defined their experience here. Because they entered that open cedar glade through the woods that they didn't know was there, that exposed them to a devastating fire. Of the 1,400 men that marched onto the field with the Orphan Brigade, 500 of them were killed, captured, wounded, or missing. That's a pretty substantial casualty rate. But for those that survived, their experience of being orphaned takes on a new dimension. You see, when the Civil War ended, most southern states that had seceded had to undergo a process of rejoining the United States. Well, Kentucky didn't have to do that. Kentucky had never left the United States. But these men have to undergo that process of rejoining, of becoming American citizens once again. And so the experience of the Orphan Brigade, if nothing else, has taught us that geography affects a lot of things, but this conflict is very, 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 very messy and convoluted. So thank you guys for visiting with us. I know some of you guys came out kind of towards the end here. So if you would like what the guys have done, or if anybody wants to go meet another soldier, you can certainly touch base here with Caleb. He'll, I think, maybe issue out a few different profile cards, and you can kind of interact a little bit further or take pictures, whatever the case may be. But again, thank you guys for visiting with us, and please enjoy the rest of your weekend.